Welcome everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to be making a Ludo Design Belt. And to get started with, I am going to be using our Caribbean rope. So I got a lot of them. I have, this is brown right here, and this is black. So I'm trying to make a Ludo Design pattern using these two together. Like, it would work well when we blend them together. So for those who don't know me, hi, I'm Marvy Scoarts, and here in my channel I make relatable skits. I also make DIY crafts as well. So welcome. If you're joining us, let's know in the chat where you're joining from. You could say hi and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. Okay, so welcome everyone. So to start with, I'm going to first of all use our measuring tape. We need to measure it out so that we get the accurate size for the belt. Alright, so that is what we are going to make today. To make it interactive, you can ask questions related to the belt design that we are making, and I'm going to Alright, I'll ask a question and I'll really love your support on this. So it's related to our style, what we are making today, which is the Ludo Design Belt. I've got my Caribbean rope. For those who are joining, welcome. How are you doing? So I'm going to ask the question. Let's see. So I'm going to ask the question. Have you which design that's not the, this which design would you like to have? All right, so for those who are joining, welcome. How are you doing? How is your day going today? Trying out the Ludo um, belt design, Ludo Design Belt, Ludo Design, Ludo Design. Ludo Design Belt, because we have Caribbean bag, so Ludo Design will make sense. Caribbean Design Belt. Let me call them options A and B, and then we have the final one, which is other. So you let us know in the comments which design you would like to have. Mention in the comments. So in the comments. Okay, I'm going to change the color. No, let's leave it like this for everyone to see from it. Hi everyone, welcome. So I've made the poll. I hope so. It's right here. Let me start the poll. Welcome everyone. Hi Suraj, Scorpion King. Welcome Barma. Sorry if I didn't get it right. Hi Nuri, welcome. Hi Nada, welcome. So this is it right here. Okay, so to start with, here is what we have. All right, welcome. So I already started with these ones. I've made the crowns, so I'm going to show you how I make for all of them, because we need to make at least 60 inches and 3 tapes full. That is what we are going to have to make. So that is what I'm going to do right now with all of you. We are making the Ludo belt style. All right. So I have my measuring tape so that we'll get accurate measuring. It's in inches right here. So I'm going to make it to be 3 full tapes and 60 inches. It depends on the size, all right? It could be um, 3 full tapes and 20 inches. It could also be 3 full tapes and 30 inches depending on the waist length. So I'm making 3 full tapes and 60 inches. That is what I did for this one. It's really long. Look at it. This is the starting point right here. This is how long it is. So you have to be patient. This is 3 full tapes right here, and it's really long, so you have to be patient. And this is the end right here. Okay, so this is where it ends right here. 3 full tapes and 60 inches depending on the size of the waist length. I chose to go with that as a big size, but if you are doing your own, you can decide to make it 320 inches. All right, so I'm going to start by measuring these ones that I've not completed. This one, then I could cross over to the brown if I want to. Hi WM, welcome. All right, so I'm going to work on this. Sometimes it does entangle, so in order to not have it entangled, I would stretch it out and keep it aside. That's what I would do. So I'm going to work on this one. I want to have a mix of brown and black because brown and black do go well together. So I'm going to measure it one at a time. This is the starting point right here. Hopefully you can see it. This is the starting point. So I'm going to use my tape to measure 3 full tapes and 60 inches. So I'm going to count it. 3 full tapes. 1. Where it stops, I will hold it right there and then count all the way till we get 3 full tapes, and then we'll count 60 inches. Oh, this one is not up to it. Oh, this happens to be a full tape and 54 inch. I'll keep this aside. We'll still use you later. So let me add this. Let me add this one here. Aha. So let me put it right there. This one should be okay. So for that one that was a bit short, a full tape and 54 inches, I'm going to still use it later on. Okay, so it's the same with you as well. So I'm keeping them aside so that it doesn't entangle. Let me check them out. Okay, all of them are the same size. So once we are done measuring it, then we move further to the whole the cutting, which is the next part. Hey Carrie, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is your day going? Okay, so I need at least 3 of them. I need to do it 6 times. These 3 full tapes and 20 inches. Oh, so nice to hear it. I need to do it at least 6 times. Style is called a crown. So let me see. I've got it so far. And snip. So this is it. Let me do it now. 6 times is what we need. 1, 2. So depending on the size, I'm going with the big size version, all right? 3. Since we are doing it 6 times. All right. 3 right here. 4. 5. I made for it. That was the Caribbean style. I've shown you the Caribbean style that I always do. this will be like the first time I'm focusing on Ludo style like fully. Alright, although I did give a hint on how to get started, but this is the time I'm going to show you how to get started from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knew that it was not yet up to 6. uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all complete, right? So we are ready. All right. So I have 6 of them. This is how they are. Like full 3 foot tapes and 60 inches right here. So I have to hold on to it, if not it would lose, like fall out. So what I do is, if I maybe something came up all of a sudden, so that I would not have them entangled, I could just tie it like so. You know, when you tie it like this, it would just stay intact. It would not fall out anymore. All right. Oh, we've gotten someone Ludo Design Belt. That's nice. That is what we are making for today, the Ludo belt design. So this is how we get started with it. Let me keep this black one. Already I've done for the black one, but I want to show you how we came about these crowns. I made 3 already, so this one is ready, but I want to combine it with this one to make a big size. All right. So I'm going to keep this aside while holding on to this one because I don't want it to fall out of place. I'll keep it right there. Now this is how to get started. These are 6 of them. I'll have to make sure that all of them are the same height, so that I will start measuring the crowns. So I'm going to put them all at the same height. All right. Once I do that, still stretch it out again to remove any entanglements that would want to appear. So this is it. It's all straightened out. Aha, we've gotten it. Yeah. So all of them are at the starting point. Now this is how you get started with it. You are going to get, at least, to help you out, you can decide to separate them 2, 2, 2. All right, so that it will not be mixed up or anything like that. So that's what I do sometimes. You are going to take it like that. 2 first. So I'm going to keep this one this side. Let me tie it so that it doesn't entangle. So you're going to take the first 2. Don't worry, so long as it's already measured from the start, it will not entangle in any way. So the first right now, so I'm going to bring them out. This is it, the first 2. And then I'm going to hold it right here. Make sure that it's divided into 2 correctly. Okay. Here. This is it. You go to the center. This is the starting point. Now I stretched it to get to the center of the ropes. Then I hold it like this and cross it. You see it? They are like this, but at the center I cross them like this. This one is here. I put this above it and then crossed it like this. So this is how you see it. This is how you get started with it. All right, like this. Now you are going to put it down, and then from here, this, you can start from the left or the right, okay? But usually I start sometimes from the left, sometimes from the right. But if you are starting from the left, that is how you are going to continue. So if you're someone that likes starting from the left, that is how you get started with it. If you like starting from the right, and it's like that. So it will have this sort of X style, as we can see it right here. And then from this upper part right here, you cross it. Let me show you so that you see it. This is it. From this left, which is where I'm starting from, you will cross it. From left, you cross it in front, and then you bring it out like so. And then hold it firmly so that it doesn't. You drag it gently. This is it. So this is the first knot that you are making. You do this on that side. From the right, you curve it the same way and then bring it out and then pull it, and this is it. The first crown is like this. So this is our first crown right here. The first crown. So that's what you're going to do for all of them. So I'm going to work on the second part and then the third part. So it's going to be like that for the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and until we get all the way to the sixth one. So that's what I'm going to do. I have to make sure it's not entangled. Just a second, please. So that it's not entangled, because if it's entangled, it's not good at all. Okay. So let's put it right there. And we've gotten it. So I don't want it to be entangled. I'm trying to keep it firmly fixed in place. So that's what you're going to do for all of them. So you will keep on crossing it like that for each of them, for all 6 of them. So for those who are joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are making a Ludo bag style and a Ludo belt design. Actually, not bag. I've done bags so many times, I'm even calling it Ludo bag style again. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. This is it. Alright, the first one is done. From this one that we've tied all together, I'm going to untie it and pick 2 from it. So we need to be very careful. So this is it. Make sure that they are the same height, and then go all the way to the center. So that's what we'll do for each of them. That's not the center yet. That's the center now. So this is the center. As we did before, you cross it. Then you start from this side, either from the left or from the right. But since we started from left, we can just proceed like that. Alright? Although there's no written rule about where to start, but if you want to start from the left or from the right, it's up to you to decide. So the same way, we cross it like so. And then make sure that you pull it very hard so that the crown stays intact. So this is it, the second crown. We call it crown because it looks like a crown, like literally, look at it. It looks like a mini crown. So this is the first one. This is the second one. So I'm going to do it all the way till I get to the last one. So I've already done for the first 3 with black. So I'm trying to do it black and brown. But I already started with the black. I've already started with the black. So I'm thinking of maybe make change for that one so that I can mix them up, because I wanted to make it to be just black. But you can decide to mix it. It's a choice. Depends on the style. And you can also use any color. If you want to use yellow or blue, yeah, you can also try it at as well. And I have to make sure it's at the center. Alright, so this is the center right here. As usual, you cross it, and then from the left, so this takes just some time, but the Ludo style, it doesn't take too much of the rope, the macaron ropes. But for the Caribbean style, it does take. I could even decide to do the Caribbean style if I wanted to, but I want to show you the Ludo style, because that Caribbean style, we have done that one a lot of times and it's been really fun doing that one. So I just want to use this opportunity to show you all how to go about with the Ludo style, the starting point and all of that. This is it, the final one. So I've gotten all of them. Whoopsie, I thought it had gotten mixed up. So this is it. 3 crown, 1, 2 and 3. So we have 6 of them now, but 3 crowns. But when we are counting them, they are now 4, because we crossed them. So each has 4, 4, 4. So it's just like this. And now from here, we can decide to start weaving it. So these are the ones that I did for the black. So here's what I'm thinking. We can make it to be a brown and a black, a brown and a black, a brown and a black. We can make it like that. Or we can make it to just be brown or just black. So here's what we are going to do, because if we make it to be just like this, it would still be a normal belt. But if I want to make it to be a big size belt, I can mix it up. That would be nice. So let's try that. So this would mean I would have to untie this part, because I already started it before as a mini project. So I'll just quickly untie it. And so long as you have made the crowns, you don't need to fear the entanglement, although you still need to be making sure that they are not entangled, but it will not be as though it was just the macaron rope. All right. So I'm going to do this. We've gotten the first one. Why is your own cut? I'll get another one to fix you. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So this Ludo style is very easy. All you have to do is make sure that you go start from the left, move to the right, start just like that. So I've gotten the first 2 out. I'm going to mix it up with our brown, and then we move further to getting started as a whole. Aha. The other one is free. So we have it right here. So this is what I'm going to do now. To get started on the first layer, you get them out. Now, if you notice the crown, this is the front and this is the back. So where we are at the front right here is where we are going to start filling it from here. We will not start from here, no. We start from here. This is the front. So I'm going to bring these two together. Okay. And then this has 4 and this also has 4 sides. All right, so I'm going to take it like this. Since we're starting from the left and the right, I'm going to take 2 from these 4 of the brown, this one here. Then I'm going to take from this other side. So let me explain it very well. The left side, the first 2, I'm picking it. And then the right side, from these 2, I'm taking it. Then I would merge them together like this. So we have 4. Okay? So I'm going to, just as we did for the starting point, that is the good thing about this Ludo style. I would still do it the same way as I did at the starting point. I would cross it over the first 2 and then pass this other one to this side and pull it out. And then I would hold it. Since I've done for this side, that's the left side, I will do it for the right as well. And this is it. So I have merged this first 2. So at the start, it would look as though it's a bit off the design, but as you start off with it, you would figure out that the design pattern is kind of nice and cute. So at first, it would be as though we just have a whole um, lot of ropes, but as we get started with it, the design, the beauty comes out very well. So you have to make sure for each one that you do, it's tight. So it was in this that I said that if you're starting out, make sure that you are wearing gloves. But because I'm used to it already, so you won't have that many blisters. So these are the first two now. I'm going to do the same for the next two. That's how we'll keep working it until we get to the final one. Alright. So it's the same way I'm going to do for this second one. So 2 here and 2 here, 2 from the left, 2 from the right, and then we cross them. So that's how we will do it for all of them. So someone else has also given their votes for the Ludo Design Belt. That is also nice. So we start from the left. I need to hold it very firmly. This is the very beginning. The way we make the foundation part, it determines how the belt will look like in the end. So I need to hold it very firmly. Alright. And then from the other side as well. Yeah. So this is it. So I have to pull it a bit and it's firm. This is it. 1, 2, and 3. So this is the second one, and we already have 6. So I'm going to do it. This is the second one. It remains one more. Oh my gosh! I hope it didn't fall out. All right. Okay. Let's do it this way so that I will know how many we've gotten. 1, 2. Aha. And then we're going to see the last one. 1. Alright, so this is it. Okay, so we've gotten this one, which is the final one right here. So I'm going to get this to cut this part as well so that we will not have any issues. Alright? Okay. So this is it. For those who are joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. What we are making is a Ludo belt. That's what I'm working on. So we already made 6 crowns so far. Is to start with the beginning, which is the basic foundation. So the first layer is where I'm working on right here. This is it. So we'll start from the left and then we'll start from the right. Gently. Alright. So this is it. What we have here. Alright, so we are almost done with this one. Aha! So I've gotten them all. Now, for those who are joining us, welcome. And for those who don't know me, I'm Marvy Scoarts. In this channel, I do make videos on relatable skits. And today, we are making a Ludo Design Belt. Alright? So I do make DIY crafts on life. And one of the designs we're making today is this belt. All right. So we have them all complete. 1, 2, 3. For this one, don't worry, I'll figure how we'll tie it with a new style. So from this last two, to combine everything together, from this last two on my left, I'm going to take the last two on my right and then tie them together just as we've done so far. All right. Oh, hi David. I'm sorry I was not able to see the comments. Hi David, have a wonderful day too. Welcome. So it's the same way I'm going to do for all of them. So this is it. We've tied the first one. He's turning into a belt right here. And this last two right here, I'm going to tie it to this one's here. All right. So we're going to do it again with this one. That's the final two. We'll tie them all together. So from this point, you can decide to use the Caribbean style if you wanted to. You can start with the Caribbean style from here. So this is it. This is how every design starts for most of them. But with this style, we can get started with it. All right. So let me see. This is our life. We could ask for more. All right, I've gotten it. See here, all of them. This is how you get started with it. So from here now, this is where you need to be very, very observant. You are going to start from here, like this. This is one of the reasons why people choose Caribbean style, because it's just repetition for this one. The first two and the second two, first two on your left, first two on your right, you'll cross it and that's it. But if it were the Caribbean style, considering the fact that we have about 8, we can decide to just make it to be that fancy style. But for this beginning start, it's also good to use the Ludo style to make it to be firm. Alright? And besides, I did promise you that I would show you how to get started with it, with the Ludo style. So that is what I'm doing. So once you are done with that part, you cross over, just like that. That's just how you keep on doing it for each part. So for some, they like putting it on their laps, but since I'm showing it to you, that's why I'm trying to hold it up so that you all see it very well. So first of all, like I mentioned, make sure it's for belt size. Use your measuring rope right here. Measure 3 full tapes and 60 inches, depending on the size. That is what we are working on. 3 full tapes and 60 inches, or 3 full tapes and 20 inches, or 3 full tapes and 30 inches, depending on the size. So this is how we'll go with it. I believe the brown and the black would have been much better, because at first I wanted to use purple macaron rope, which I have, and use black, but I was like, it will be off. Like, it's going to be off. It's not going to be nice. So I said, okay, let's use what is okay for the style. Black and brown, they go well. So that's why I'm using them. So when you're doing it, make sure to tie it firmly and drag it. Because when you drag it, you remove those spaces that would have wanted to be there. So they won't be there. Let's make the algorithm dance. So this is it. So by the time I'm doing it, before long, you would notice that it would stop looking entangled because we're using it more. So this is for the Ludo style. This is how you get started. You just hold the first four, cross it the way I'm doing, and then you get it like so. So this is it. This is all we have. So so like this, the first four, then this one on your right, cross it on top of the two right there, and then this one on the left, cross it on top of this, and then put it inside. So it's the same style. That is why it's called Ludo, because it has this kind of four corner styles. That's what makes it Ludo style. So make sure it's firm, because any space that is in here is not a good one. So make sure you drag it for each one that you work on. You drag it. Welcome to my YouTube life. So for each one, that's what we'll just do. By the time we're on the third, by the time we are at the third layer, before long, you will notice that it's all done. Yeah, yeah. All right. So for those joining, welcome. We still have the poll is still open and it's still there. And if you're someone who also loves crafts the way I do, you can join our community, a family where we make crafts and also have time to make other designs. So you're welcome to join. You can subscribe, like and subscribe to join us. So we're almost done with the first layer. The first layer is almost there. So this design, as you can see, it is one of the things I love about it is that it's unique. It's something that you can create with the macaron rope. You can create it and it's very unique. You can, at the end of the day, get this head belt. You know, the head belt, you can get it as well and then attach it. So as we're working on this, when we are concluding on the finishing parts, I'll show you how you can include the head belt. So long as we're doing this Ludo style, it will be very quick. Although at some point, I don't know if we could add the Caribbean style, because I just want it to be mainly Ludo style. Like some of my designs, some of them are mainly Ludo, some are mix of Ludo and Caribbean, while others are just Caribbean styles, like the bag I showed. Hi, throwaway. Hi, I'm making a Ludo belt bag, a Ludo design bag with macaron rope. That's what I'm doing. So we've done the first part, which is the making of the crowns. The crowns are these ones up here. I made 3 right here, but I already made 3 for the black. So I showed you how we can make the crowns, and that's what we are weaving right here. So this is how it would look like. Okay, Gem, welcome. All right. So this is for the first layer right here. Right here. So now I'm going to start on the second layer. Just as we did for the first layer, we'll start from this left side. Take the first four, which happens to be brown. Then the four. The two in the middle, you hold it out, and then the one on your right, you'll cross it over this two like this. So this is how it would look like. Then the one on the left, which happens to be the last one, you hold it and put it in the middle like a loop. In the middle of the one that you put right there. So when you do that, it will have this knot design. So we do it 2 times. That's the thing with them. So I'm going to do it the same way but the opposite direction. That's it. So what helped me when I started this was to write it down in a note. Oh, don't worry. What helped me, because sometimes you may forget how to go about with it, especially if it's all these complex designs. So what helped me was I made notes on it. Yeah, I make lots of notes. So this one was how to do a bag, the normal bag. Then I even made designs. I drew it so that I would not forget how to go about with the knots, because there are a lot of designs in this Caribbeans and Ludo design. There are other ones besides these two that I've mentioned so far. So I would write it down, and then once I'm done with it, I would then show it to you. Thank you so much. So that's what I would do. I would first of all make it after seeing how it looks like, and then I would write it down so that I would not forget how to go about with it. So I'll make sure that 4 are what we have. So I did the Caribbean style, and I said that I was going to. That's why we're not doing Caribbean for now. I want to show you all how the Ludo style is. For that bag design that I started with Caribbean, Ludo style, and then Caribbean later on. This is how you get started with it. Then from here you can decide to move. Yeah, from here you can decide to move further to Caribbean. Yeah, sometimes it takes days, but since it's a belt, it shouldn't take too long as when you're making this big bag style. That big bag, it took me about 3 weeks because of my other schedules to complete. But it was not mainly Ludo. If it were just Ludo, I could have said maybe 2 weeks. But with the Caribbean and getting new materials, so 3 weeks was what it took for me to complete that one. That's close to a month. So that's what it took me. And once you are done with it, the design is always beautiful. That's why I love this design. And if you notice, I'm a bit more enthusiastic with this one. The crocheting also is, oh, thank you so much. You too, Jem. You're also pretty as well. Even though we've not met, but I believe everyone is pretty. Alright? So, this is what we have so far. This is the starting point. So, with the way we made it, a brown and a black, a brown and a black, all the way through. So if I decided to make you're welcome, thank you so much. So if I want to make there's one that you can make, you would see it's Ludo and then Caribbean, and Ludo and Caribbean. That is another design. So I would make the notes right here. I made note for the bag, I made note for belt, even tie. Like, the long tie, not for bow tie. But for bow tie, I've not really done for bow tie, but I've done for like long tie. Alright. You could even make it for like flip-flops design. But there's a way you would have to add some pads, like this shoe pad, so that it doesn't have this sort of rough edges attached to it. So as I'm doing it, I'll make sure that it's tightened, not loosened. All right. So taking is getting shorter. The three foot tapes is starting to look smaller. That's because we're working on it. But if we were working on the Caribbean, no, this is called macaron rope. I don't know. Over here, it's called macaron rope. I don't know what it's called, like other land normal, but this is it. Some would use it to like spread clothes. This design, they use it to spread clothes, but from the one that they used to spread clothes outside over here, there is a smaller size. It's called macaron rope. This is it. So that is it. So this is what is used for the bag making, but the big one is used for spreading clothes outside. So that is macaron rope. That's what it's called over here. It's not like crocheting. This one is just a different craft all entirely. Although I've done crocheting, but this is the one that I really love to make. Yeah, it looks like twine, but it's not. Over here, we just call it macaron rope. I really don't know like that's the general name it's called over here. Like I've searched a lot, but the places we go, that's what is commonly known as. If you call it rope for bag, not many people really know it as that. So macaron rope is just what is known as. So that's what we call it. So what helps me is that I'll just carry a piece of this when I'm going to get a new batch, and then I'll ask around if they have that, and then they will give me the colors that they have. That was where I got the purple, brown, and black, and I also got red as well. Thank you so much. So I also got red and yellow. I used that one for bag, and I used for purse yellow and purple. These are some of the leftovers from that purse. I used Caribbean style for that one, but I started it with this Ludo so that it would have a nice shape. I just felt like mixing them up. Nothing really, no, not much explanation for that one. But if I wanted to, after making the crowns, I could just start from the Caribbean styles. Alright? So if you want to make your own out, I don't know, but if you just ask them for macaron rope, that's what is known as the macaron rope. So that's what is known as. So if you make this like the way crocheting is made, depending on how your scheduling is. Yeah, the brown and black looks good. Thank you. If you want to make like a belt, because normally belts are black in color or brown, so I just made a mix of them both. Yeah, but if you want to make your own, you can decide to use any color you like I was thinking of using yellow and purple, but it will be too shiny, and that's not good. So that's why I decided to not make it to be too shiny and just go with our beloved brown and black. Like brown and black goes with many colors. So that's just the idea. But if it were for bag, yeah. Yes, macaron. Yes. Yeah, macaron rope is for crafts. So this is it. We are on the second layer. This is what we have for our belt design. So this is it. Wow, that would be nice. That green would definitely work well. If I had a dark green, I would have used it for the belt. If with the dark green, I could use for the head, I could make it to be black so that it's not too sharp. But that green would definitely work out. But I decided to just use the brown and the black in this case. Yeah. Okay, macrama. Oh. So over here is macaron. That's it. So if you are able to find it, that would be nice. If you would like to start it to be nice, you would just make yours as well. The Ludo style is the simplest. Thank you. The Ludo style is one of the simplest, although that Caribbean is also nice. The only difference is that You see this Ludo style, you see the way it is here. You see the length of the rope. If we were working on the Caribbean, by now we would have been halfway on this rope, all right? Because it takes more of the rope than this Ludo style. Oh, it's nice to meet you. That's nice. All right. But if it were another design, if I'm mixing them both, then it would still be a bit short, because so long as I'm using Caribbean style, it will definitely be short. So what helps me from time to time is any new design that I come across. Yes, I'll keep on making the knots until we get to the desired length. The desired length, because currently if I measure it now, the inch is not even close to where I want it to be. This is just, if I measure it right now, from here, this is just 2 inch right there. 2. And we need to make it very long. So if you are working on it, you need to know where it's the front and okay, the Caribbean. No, the Caribbean doesn't have knots. The Caribbean is more like a different design. All right, this is how it would look like. Let me show it to you. The bag I made. All right, this is it. Caribbean style is like this. This is the Caribbean. This is where we are, Ludo style. Caribbean is here. To see it bigger, this is the bag that I worked on, but there was something that came up, the handle. I had to increase it. So this is it. This way you would see the Caribbean style very well. So this is what we mean by the Caribbean style. So I started with the Ludo style, and then I worked on this Caribbean style. So you can tell the way it is wrapped out, it takes a lot of, yes, it looks like diamond. It takes a lot of rope, more than just this Ludo style. So this is what I made. So it's the handle part that I am working on. Is this handle part. The funny enough, the way you do the handle is the way you do the belt. So this belt. So the thing is that something happened, so I had to remove this so that I will add enough pads so that it will not have itches. Oh, you're welcome so much. So that is what I'm working on. After which I'll finish it up and then we can use it. So this is just the full bag. This is the one I told you that I'm making for the purse. I worked on it so much and we're almost done already. We just need to fix it in and that's all. So this is it. So I decided to work on this one to complete it. For that bag, I'm still waiting for a time when I will get this design. We're out of red right now. Yeah. So I'm waiting for when I'll finish. I'll have the opportunity to get the red because red is kind of scarce. Black and brown are what are at the market. Yeah, thank you so much. So brown and black, they are what we have right now in the markets. Sometimes you would find white. So every now and then, when I go, they say they don't have this color. Yeah, thank you so much. So something came up with that one. If not, I should have finished that bag by now. And the purse is already almost done. But I want to get the padding for the purse so that once I get to the market, I'll just get this red and get for the pad, so that will be getting two things at the same time, because over here it's not easy to get the materials. You need to go on a real journey, like a day's journey, to get it sometimes. So that's what I was waiting for, but I've not been able to find. I don't know why. It's like scarce nowadays, but I'll still check. All right. So this is what we have. Then if this one finishes, because I don't really know why it has to be here that is finishing, what I would do is that for this one that's about to finish, I still have some extra blacks right here, or I could make it with brown. Either way, I will just mix it up, tie it. I've shown already how to go about tying it. It can be really tricky, especially now. I don't know why it's scarce to get these materials. So to get the brown and the black was not really easy, because anywhere you go, you hear that it has finished, or they've sold out, or they don't have. So when I found this, I got the ones that I had. I untied it and then did the brown one before going live. I am not really too sure with that. I don't really have much knowledge on that one. Right now, I don't really have much knowledge. Really? Wow. That's something new that I've learned today. Alright. So this is the Ludo style. So if we keep going on like this, oh, that's nice. So if we go on like this, we are going to have about 4 layers of it, and our belt will look very nice. All right. So here we have it. Wow, we're getting somewhere already. This is it. We're getting somewhere. So always make sure to know the right from the left. This is the front, this is the inner part. So I'm going to start from this side again. And then we'll get started again. So from here, to make a braided rug, depending on the schedule, because besides the crocheting, besides this Caribbean style and bag making, I do make crochet sometimes, crocheting bags as well. So depending on the time, that's the thing. Depending on the time that I have. But if it were for someone, then we know that, okay, there is like a deadline. But if it's like for your personal use or for a gift, so the time would be different. So if it's for like a rug, we could make that as well. But that would take some extra ropes. So if you make it, you could use a big rope, but that one is basically for sort of like hanging. But if we use the small one, which is what is used, it's just like the crocheting wool. They have different sizes. If you use the big size, it will still look different. So if we're making like a design, depending on how it is, if it's for rug, we can use a bigger size. But if it's for like a bag design like this one, then this would be the size to use. There was a time we were to use white with another color. I think it was green as a project work. So that was what we were supposed to use, but we didn't find it. So I used brown and black for my own. Yes, you can use the smaller one for bags. So I used black. So basically black has been something that I've been using for a while. But the other team, they used another color. That was when I knew that white is looks nice. A top or a skirt. Yeah, someone did suggest making that, but no one did it eventually. The only one I've seen made, it's what's it called, a flip flop. We call it slippers over here, like a sandals made with this design. I saw it and I was like, wow, it's nice. But the one I made, like the one I saw, was the tie. Like with this design, I did tie. I didn't do Caribbean style because it would kind of look a bit awkward. But if I really wanted to make it stylish like this, then yeah, we could make it like that. Okay, someone also voted for Caribbean belt. That's nice. So I've seen for the slippers, I've seen for bags the sliding one as well. So someone made something like a flip flop for it, like slippers for it. Yeah, so that's what we have right there. All right. And then we'll cross it like that. So if you give yourself like an hour or so, you get to a certain point and then you'll be able to walk it all through. So wherever it is that you stop at, you can decide to tie it so that when next you come, you'll continue like that. So that's what I do, so that it will be easier for me to know where I stopped and where I'm starting from. Oh, thank you so much, Jem. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. All right. All right. And now we are on the, let me count it. One, two, three, fourth. This is the fourth layer already. So for this video, time can fly without you noticing that. So let me move that away. Ah. So as time goes on, we will not need to be worried about it being entangled because everything will just turn out to be okay. Like this is it now. So this is the fourth layer. Let me complete it right here. So from here I can decide to just make it to be Caribbean if I wanted it to be. So this is just like the best part. So this is what I wanted to show you all, how you can get started with it, and this is what we have so far. So we'll just keep it up until we get to the end. Okay, we got another person that voted in our poll. Some went for Ludo Design Belt design, others went for Caribbean Design Belt. All right. So the more we do it, the more it sort of curves in because we are working on it from the inner part, not from outside. So this is it. This is how it looks like. So if we keep it up all the way, we will get a real bag, a belt rather, a belt. So that's what I'm working on here. So just follow the same process like that, and make sure to tie it as you are working on it. Make sure you are tying it very firmly so that there's no space. So if you're starting out, you can just get like a glove, all these gloves, so that it will not hurt the sides. Because when you're starting out, it will not be easy, but because I'm used to it, so it will not show for the blisters and all that. So you can also get started and have your belt ready. So far you've seen the Caribbean style, which we did a lot of times, and now you've seen how we go about with our Ludo style. So you've seen two designs right here. Oh, and light, dancing dreams of the starry night. 1, 2, 3, let's go explore. Ideas bursting, yeah, they know. Cooking flavors, on the bank style, DIY sparks, creativity's wild, crafting joy with my own two hands, building memories, life's great plans. Love, my friends, they're heaven sent. Alright, we're getting this thing already. This is the 5th layer. This is it. It's getting taking shape, like seriously, it's now beautiful. You're my treasures, nothing less. Paint the world with pastel hues, stories told in vibrant views. Sing out loud, no need to hide. Life's a canvas bright and wow, we're already almost gotten so far with the belts. Endless rings on the center door. Hands to work, heart in play. Cherish moments, live today. Love, my friends are heaven sent. So after this, we will have 5. So let me use this as an opportunity to show you how to tie it, because we're already at this point where we need to tie this one that is already done. Alright, so I'm going to get this rope right here, the remaining of this one. I'm going to cut them. So already we measured 3 full ropes and 60 inches. But in this case, I would not need to make it up to 60 inches. I could just measure out a full rope. That's what I could do. So that's what I'm going to do right here. This is the starting point. And our tape rule is right here. So I'm going to measure 1 full tape rule. Dancing dreams on the starry night. There it is. And then now here it is. Here. Now this is the new one. This is it. So you hold it, because if I make it any more than this, it would be hard. So I'll just tie them both together. and pull them out. So that's how you tie it. So they are not tied the usual way. You hold them together and just like that. They're my treasure, nothing less. It's a bit tight, so let me loosen it. Aha, we got it. So let's tie it very well. And for oops, I got a door. And the world of heartbeat. Aha, I've gotten it now. So it's just like when you're tying threads together, you just tie them. Through the chaos, in the mess, they're my treasure, nothing less. Aha, we got it. So this is how it will look. So I will then tie it on top. So we've gotten it. So two from here, two from here, two from the other side. That makes it 4. So I'm going to wrap it in inside so that it's not going to fall out. So this is it. It has filled it in, so you won't even notice it's there. So that's how you tie it. It will not be like the way you're tying normal ropes. You have to make sure that it is tied. Hold the two of them up and just like that. That way it will be easy to hold it in when you're working on the new ones. So we are on the 5th layer right now. I started with from the very beginning with you all. From the very beginning here. So this is a really great improvement that we've worked on. Aha. So this way I've done it. It has been sealed. You won't even notice that it was that the rope finished right there. So it's part of finishing touches we were talking about. All right. So this is it. They're my treasure, nothing less. And then the last one, there are 4 right here. So we'll quickly do that as well, and then we'll have it all completed. Once all right, so we've gotten at least 5 layers of them. Layers all done. So from here to be a Caribbean style like this one if I wanted to. So I made it to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 before I started. So I have let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I add 3 more, that will be the exact length of this one. Oh, this is it. So it's almost the same length if I add 3 more. For this one, I made it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before I started with the Caribbean style. So from here, if I wanted for the belt, I can just decide to start if I wanted to. All right, so we are going to stop for here, from here, and then next live will continue from here. I've already shown you the beginning, so for those who missed it, hi, welcome. I'm Marvy Scoarts. Today we're making a Ludo Design Belt. I've shown from the beginning how to get started. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can start with 3 crowns, 1, 2, 3, but I wanted to make it the extra large size belt, so I made it to be 6 crowns, not 3. And the measuring, as I mentioned, with our tape rule, 3 full tapes and 60 inches for each of the ropes. We made it in 6 places. All right, 6 places gave us 3 crowns. 3 crowns. I don't know why we call it crowns, but it does make sense. 1, 2, 3. It makes sense to call it crown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crowns, and this is what we have. So next time I'm going to show you how we continue with it to get our Ludo design. This is like a project that we are making together. So that I would not make it entangled, I could just, as I mentioned, we can tie it. So when I'm working on it, I know where to start and where we stopped. So we stopped at the 5th layer. So let me tie it. This is how we tie it. All right, so this is what we have. Wow, it's getting shorter already. Wow, we've gotten somewhere. So thank you so much for watching today's live stream. Thank you so much. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to give a like and subscribe and share, and I'll see you all in the next session. All right, so thank you so much for your love and your support. I really appreciate it. So till then, have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Mwah.